There's something special about a rainy day. The world slows down, and suddenly you've got the perfect excuse to stay inside, throw on something cozy, and power up the NES. Whether it's passing the controller back and forth or diving into some old-school couch co-op, these are the NES games that make for the perfect rainy day adventure, especially when you've got a friend to share them with. Let's count down our picks, starting at number 10. Sure, it's a bit of a curveball, and even more so if you're playing with Rob the Robot, but Gyromite turns into something completely unique with two players. One person handles the movement, while the other opens and closes the colored gates. It's pure teamwork, chaotic communication, and that distinct NES-era weirdness. It's not flashy, but it's a charming, strangely satisfying way to kill time on a gloomy day. Arcade roots aside, the NES version of Joust is a great pick for two players. It's competitive, it's cooperative, it's frantic. You're both flapping around on ostrich-like mounts, trying to bop enemies and each other off the platforms. It's simple and fast-paced, the kind of game where you can just zone out and let the action carry you while the rain keeps falling outside. There's something therapeutic about smashing buildings to pieces with your best bud. Rampage turns you and a friend into monstrous mayhem makers, climbing skyscrapers, munching on people, and trading blows. The gameplay is repetitive in the best way. It's meditative destruction, with just enough strategy to keep you engaged. Nothing like turning a rainy day into a city-leveling spree. While not a simultaneous two-player game, Super Mario Bros. 3 is still one of the best experiences to share. Pass the controller between stages or lives, swap strategies, and compete for power-ups, all while enjoying one of the most polished and colorful NES adventures ever made. The world map alone is enough to evoke a smile, and there's a special kind of fun in watching your friend fail at that one airship level. Again. Now here's a deep cut. Trog is like a weird mashup of Pac-Man and Bubble Bobble, with a dash of prehistoric charm. You and a friend play as dinosaurs trying to collect eggs while avoiding or smashing the titular Trogs. The slapstick humor, quirky visuals, and power-up chaos make this a hidden gem in the NES library. It's silly, accessible, and perfect for a low-stakes gaming session. Few games do military-themed co-op quite like Jackal. You and a friend drive jeeps into enemy territory, rescuing POWs and blasting everything in your path. The gameplay is tight, the action never stops, and the difficulty hits that sweet spot of challenging but fair. It's a power fantasy with a buddy, and the kind of experience that turns a rainy afternoon into an explosive mission. River City Ransom is part beat-em-up, part RPG, and all charm. With two players, the game really comes alive, not just because you're dishing out double the damage to the local gangs, but because you can coordinate moves, explore together, and argue over who gets to buy that next stat-boosting burger. It's hilarious, chaotic, and surprisingly deep, and its co-op experience holds up shockingly well today. You knew this was coming. Contra is the definitive NES co-op experience. The moment you and a friend punch in the Konami code and hear that satisfying sound of 30 lives activating, you are transported. The two of you are dodging bullets, leaping through explosions, and shouting directions over the thunderstorm outside. It's intense, iconic, and easily one of the most fun games to beat, or at least try to beat, together. Capcom delivered some of the best NES co-op action with Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. You and a pal take on the roles of Chip and Dale, lifting and throwing boxes, dodging Robocats, and working together to save the day. The game has a lighthearted tone, creative levels, and just the right level of challenge to keep things interesting without getting frustrating. It's also a great starter co-op if you're introducing someone to NES games. Before we move on to the top game on the list, if you've enjoyed what you saw so far, please consider subscribing. I bring out new content every week, and we've got some pretty cool stuff coming soon. And at number 1, it could only be Bubble Bobble. This is the ultimate rainy day game. It's charming, cheerful, deceptively tough, and completely addicting. You and a friend control bubble-blowing dragons fighting their way through 100+ levels of enemy-filled puzzles. The music is endlessly looping but never annoying, and the joy of working together to clear a room, or mess each other up, never gets old. It's cozy, it's chaotic, and it's the perfect NES co-op game to play while the rain taps against the window. Rainy days are meant for slowing down, relaxing, and maybe losing a few hours to nostalgia. These NES classics deliver memorable two-player moments, whether you're teaming up to take down bosses or laughing at your buddy's missteps. So the next time the skies darken and the thunder rolls in, pull out the NES and queue up one of these games. Because some of the best memories are made with pixels, pals, and a little bit of precipitation. Check out our review for Arcade Paradise. It's a very fun, retro-heavy game. If you're into D&D, you can also check out our sister channel, Tellust, where we have plenty of maps on display. And we'll also be refreshing this channel with new retro reviews, so keep an eye out.